So today in class we learned how to divide using partial quotients. So in the following problem we have 4,236 divided by 5. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. 4,236 divided by 5. Okay. The way we're going to start this, cover up those last three digits. 5 cannot go in the 4. So we move on. Now we got 42. How many times can 5 fit into 42? Well, we count by 5s. We know that 5 can go into 42 about 8 times. So I'm just putting 8 over here. However, the number that we're working with isn't 42. It's 4,236. And we only accounted for those first two place values. We have two place values that we haven't accounted for yet. So instead of just saying 8, to make up for those two place values we have, we're going to put 2 zeros here. So instead of taking 8 groups of 5 away, we're taking 800 groups of 5 away. Now the way that we check that to see what's left in our problem, we have to multiply this. So if I do 5 times 800, so if I do my basic fact, 5 times 8, I have 40. But again, it's not just 5 times 8, it's 5 times 800. So I got the 2 zeros here. I'm going to add 2 zeros onto that. So if I take away my 800 groups of 5, that's like taking away 4,000. So I subtract to see what's left. I have 236. Now to figure out how many groups of 5 I can take out 236, 236 is still somewhat of a big number. So let's do what we did before. Cover up these two place values. I can't take any groups of 5 from 2. I can take groups of 5 from 23, and the number of groups of 5 I can take from 23 is 4. So let's put that 4 right here. However, just like previously, I'm not just taking groups away from 23, I'm taking away from 236, which has an extra place value here. Now to make up for this place value, I got to put a 0 at the end of my 4 and make it 40. So again, I'm not just taking 4 groups of 5 away, I'm taking 40 groups of 5 away. And to see what's still left in our problem, let's go ahead and check with multiplication. If I do 5 times 4 as my basic fact, I know that's 20. So if I'm doing 5 times 40, I know that's 200. So let's take away 200 from 236 to see what's left. 236 minus 200 leaves me with 36. And now we have a more reasonable number, a smaller number. So now we got to figure out how many groups of 5 I can take from 36. Well, if I know my facts of 5, I know I can take 7 away. And as I taught the students, there's no extra place values over here, so no need to add a 0 at the end. So if I check with multiplication, if I do 5 times 7, that leaves me with 35. 36 minus 35 leaves me with 1. But wait a minute. 5 can't fit inside 1. It's left over. We now call that our remainder. So let's go back to our 3 partial quotients over here. Now the students know that once we have all of our partial quotients, we're going to go ahead and add all those together. So 800 plus 40 plus 7 leaves me with 847. And I can't forget my remainder, which is 1. I'm going to write it right here next to my quotient. And now I know that 4,236 divided by 5 is 847, remainder 1.